All right, good morning, you guys. This is homework 55, and this is one of the questions on that back side with mixed area review. This is problem 10. All right, so looking at my figure, I can recognize that it is a trapezoid first and foremost because I have one pair of parallel sides. I also know it's isosceles because the other pair of opposite sides here and here, these are the two legs, they are congruent. So I have a 13 right here. So again, just a little note, this is an isosceles trapezoid. Okay, I'm going to start off by laying out my formula. So area is the average of the bases, so 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So my bases are always the perpendicular sides, so I actually have an 11 here and a 21 here for my two bases, but my height I do not know. What I do know is that my height is the perpendicular segment that connects one base to another. So if I draw in a height right here, so there's that perpendicular segment that connects the top base to the bottom, that's my height. If I connect over here as well, this would also be my height. So I've just drawn in my height in two places, but really my height, I could slide this segment anywhere here, right? And that's my height. It's always that perpendicular segment that connects one base to the other. So what happens when my figure, when my trapezoid is isosceles, these two sections that I've drawn here and here, these are actually congruent right triangles. So what I can picture then is this top base, the smaller of the two, 11, its measure is 11. If I can picture it sliding down into this position right here, I can picture that this chunk is really a rectangle, right? This right here is a perfect rectangle, and I have these two right triangles that are congruent on either side. So if this part right now is 11, okay, and this wider part here to here is 21, I need to think, well, what's the difference between 21 and 11, right? 10 units. And since I have 10 units that has to be split evenly here and here, I must have a 5 here and a 5 here. So again, this whole part was 11. So from here to here, that whole span is still 21. So now I'm just thinking, well, how do I get to my height right here? I can picture that right triangle. I'll draw one of them. This is 5 and this is 13. So if you remember your common triples, 5, 12, 13 is a common Pythagorean triple. If you didn't see that, no problem. You could use Pythagorean theorem. So I could say 5 squared plus x squared equals 13 squared. So 25 plus x squared equals 169. When we take away that 25, we're going to get that x squared equals 144. And then we can solve by taking the square root. X would, of course, be plus or minus 12. But since it's a measure, we're only taking the positive. So x is 12. The height is 12. So I have a 12 right here and a 12 right here. So I'm taking 1/2 of 11 plus 21 is 32. And then I have to multiply that by 12. So if I'm taking half of 32, multiply that by 12, I get 192 units squared. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day.